Lauren Schultz, Senior Class Vice President. I would like to welcome Principal O'Neill, Central Office Administration, Director of Secondary Education, Dr. James Altobello, Dr. Copeland, Business Administrator and Board Secretary, Mrs. Catherine Atwood, Hamilton Township Board of Education Board Member, Mr. Liam Gonzales, as well as parents, family, friends, and fellow seniors. Any choir members, please come forward. Welcome to our 64th commencement ceremony for Steinert High School. Please rise for the flag salute. Gentlemen, remove your caps and remain standing for the Star Spangled Banner, sung by the select choir under the direction of Miss Curtin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have several students in our graduating class who will go on to serve in the United States military following graduation. I invite these students to please rise and be recognized for your selfless contribution to our country. I would like to introduce Student Government Association President John Weeks.
Thank you, Lauren, our honored guests, Superintendent Rocco, the Steinert administration, our fantastic teachers, our loving parents, and the class of 2022. Good evening, Steinert class of 2022. I'm John Weeks, and I had the pleasure of serving you as your SGA President this past year. I'm honored to have this opportunity to speak to you for a few moments. Our time at Steinert has been difficult, which is over 2 years of a normal school year. We have savored every possible opportunity. Without a junior prom and so many other events, myself and the SGA have sought to make this senior year absolutely memorable for all of you. For the first time in 2 years, we had an in-person talent show. Last year we had a virtual one, but it wasn't the same, you know? There were also 2 volleyball tournaments that were just so much fun. We had homecoming football game where we were back and better than ever with nominees and a king and queen. For the first time ever, we had an outdoor pep rally, which was a huge success and brought the whole Steinert community together and showed our strength. Also this year, we had the opportunity to have 2 wacky races that brought all grades together. And for the first time in 2 years again, we had Miss HTSD with 16 contestants, including myself, put on quite a show that really brought us together as a school community. We also had senior events that came back like senior breakfast and senior night that brought us together as a class as we approach the end of our high school career together. All of this experience gave us memories that will last a lifetime. Let's hold on to these memories forever. As I briefly mentioned, nothing tonight would be possible without the strength of the Steinert community. I would like to especially thank Mrs. Crusoe. Without her determination and organization, this year would have been nothing close to what we had. I would also like to thank Dr. Brazil for always being there for me and for all of us because she truly loves and cares about us. Also to thank Mr. Zamparelli, because without his time, dedication, and love for us, this night wouldn't have been possible and been as grand as it would have been. As well as Mr. Wheeler, who put in all of his time to do this for us. I would also like to thank my fellow SGA officers that are also graduating tonight, Riley and Emma York and Emma Barnhart. Without their hard work, ideas, and determination, these events that made this year so great wouldn't have been possible. I also want to thank the other SGA officers that aren't graduating, to thank them for making this year and these events so great. I see great things in all of you. The future holds a great amount for each and every one of us. Some of us are going to a four-year college, community college, some are going to the workforce, and some of us are going to the military to serve our country. Whatever we are doing, I have no doubt the class of 22 will go far. As we close this chapter of our lives and we begin to write a new one, I leave you with these words of the great Martin Luther King Jr., who said, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that." I wish you all the best of luck and a happy graduation. Long live all the magic we made here, and congratulations, everyone. I would like to now introduce the Salutatorian, Jasmine Abulasad.
Thank you, John. Honored guests, Dr. Rocco, members of the Steinert administration, teachers, parents, and members of the class of 2022. Well, we did it. Today is an exciting day for all of us. If you don't already know me, I'm Jasmine. We went to high school together. I want to start off by saying a quick thank you to my parents, friends, and teachers, because without them, I wouldn't be here today. I'm proud of each and every Steinert graduate here tonight, including myself. It was about this time last year when I found I had a shot at this title. I decided at that moment in the post office parking lot that I wanted it. And so I worked hard for it. However, this title doesn't make me better than any one of you sitting out there. Sure, it shows that I can excel in the classroom and I perfected high school test taking, but that's all. We all have our own areas in which we excel. Mine might be the classroom, but yours might be on the basketball court or on the soccer field or on center stage. You might be the most loyal friend there is, or you're extremely talented when it comes to art. Looking around this room, I can guarantee that no two people here are the exact same. So don't try to be someone else. Imagine if LeBron tried to be Picasso and never picked up a basketball. The world wouldn't know a legend, but rather a mediocre artist trying to be something he's not. Over the next few years, find that thing you're good at and pursue it. Not for your teachers, not for your parents, but for you. No one knows what the future holds, but as you continue to grow into young adults, just remember Steve Jobs said it best. Your time here is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Good luck to all of you. At this time, we would like the Senior Select Choir members to join us on stage to sing our graduation song, "I'll Always Remember You," under the direction of Miss Curtin.
Forever.
Another chapter in the book. Can't go back, but you can look. And there we are on every page. Memories never take. And up ahead, only open doors. Who knows what we're headed towards? I wish you love, I wish you luck. For you the world just opens up. But it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments. So glad I got to know you. The times that we've had, I'll keep like a photograph. Put you in my arms forever. I'll always every day that we had, all the good, all the bad, I'll keep them here inside. All the times that we shared, all the things that we went, you touched my life. The gleam, the bright, the smile and the laugh, but right now we just cry. 'Cause it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments. So glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph. Put you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. La, 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 la. I would now like to introduce the valedictorian, Madeline Couch. Thank you, Jasmine. And thank you to the members of the Board of Education, Dr. Altobello, Principal O'Neill, and the Steinert administration, faculty, and staff, parents, family, and friends, and my fellow classmates, and everyone else who has joined us here today to honor the class of 2022 and celebrate the memorable 4 years leading up to this graduation. When I was in 5th grade, I remember looking through the Hamilton Post, normal activity for a 10-year-old, and I noticed pages full of 12th grade students and wondered why they got to be in the newspaper, later finding out that they were the top 10 seniors at their high schools. I told my parents that it would be so cool to be one of those seniors in the newspaper someday, and now 7 years later, here I am. I set the goal for myself to become valedictorian and did not stop working for that goal throughout my 4 years here at Steinert. A huge thank you goes out to everyone who has helped me to get to this point. I know the hard work and determination it takes to achieve certain goals, but I never stopped hoping and believing in myself and my abilities, and neither should any other member of this graduating class. As the poet Emily Dickinson wrote, "Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul, and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all." When we entered Steinert as young Spartans 4 years ago, we were filled with hope. Hope for the future, hope for our new classes, new friends, a new environment. Now we're all filled with that same hope, whether moving into the workforce, college, the military, or anywhere else after walking across this stage today. After coming off of multiple years where there seemed to be few things to look forward to, this year we're finally beginning to have something to be excited about again. We are excited to start our futures after leaving behind the faces and the places that we have known for so long. We may have been surprised at what challenges we faced in our high school years, but they've been unlike any other experience that we'll have. I know I didn't think coming into Steinert that we would have been online for over a year, or that we would have come back stronger and more grateful for our time together after so long apart, or that I'd go to a DECA conference in Georgia with Mr. Gassick and have to help him figure out how to use Uber. But as we've all learned in countless ways throughout high school, anything can happen.
And we have to be prepared for things to change because it is an inevitable part of moving forward. Because of all the changes we faced, we've become a group of smart, ambitious young adults who are ready to go out and make our mark on the world. As Taylor Swift once said, and yes, Mom and Dad, I did put a Taylor Swift quote in my graduation speech. Hard things will happen to us. We will recover, we will learn from them, we will grow more resilient because of them. And as long as we are fortunate enough to be breathing, we will breathe in, breathe through, breathe deep, and breathe out. The past 4 years have not been easy for anyone, but we're all sitting here today together because we persevered with the hope that getting to the next chapter of our lives would be greater than any obstacle that could get in the way. So now we can all breathe in, breathe out, know that we've come so far, and prepare to move on to that next chapter, no matter where it will take us. Thank you for your time, and congratulations to the Steinert High School Class of 2022. I would now like to introduce Senior Class President Tyler Costin.
Thanks, Madam. Good evening, Dr. James Altobello, Principal O'Neill, Dr. Copeland, Ms. Catherine Atwood, Mr. Liam Gonzales, faculty and staff, friends, family, and most importantly, the Class of 2022. Thank you for joining us tonight as we celebrate the Class of 2022. I'm honored to be standing here tonight, speaking to you as the Senior Class President of such an amazing class. Some of you may already know this, but this is a little bit of a family tradition to hold the position of Class President. I get to follow the footsteps in one of the greatest men I know, my father. He was the Senior Class President at Hamilton West back in '88. Ironically, some of you here tonight might have been in the room when he gave his speech. I can't imagine what my grandmother is feeling right now, to experience this with her son and now her grandson. Love you, G-Mom. I'm also honored to have been able to work with such amazing class officers. Lauren, Emma, and Madeline, thank you all for such an amazing year. I'd be remiss if I also didn't include our class advisor in that thank you as well. Mr. Willard, thank you for being not only an amazing class advisor, but also someone who actually cared about the senior class as much as we did. We were able to accomplish some amazing things this year. Graduation is a time full of emotions. Some of us are excited to be moving on to our next chapter. Some of us are maybe feeling a little anxious because our path might not be completely defined yet. And some of us don't know how to feel knowing that there is an end and a beginning right in front of us. There's no right way to feel about this moment tonight. What is important to remember is that we keep moving forward. We take one day at a time and never forget the foundation that Steinert has given us. These past 4 years at Steinert have given us friendships and memories that will last a lifetime. From homecoming games, wacky races, COVID, our return to school and classes, taking off our masks, and now today, finally, graduation. We need to be thankful for what we were given. Personally, I'm very thankful to be given some of the best coaches and teachers a high school kid can ask for. LC, Flan, I know you're somewhere out there, Jacoby, who's in the back, and Yasik. Without you guys, I don't think I would have made it through high school, let alone be standing up here right now. Thank you for pushing me to not only be the best athlete I could possibly be, but for leading me on the right path to being the best man I could be. I'm forever grateful for all that you guys have done for me. Commencement ceremonies are often viewed as the ending of a story or journey. We all know that this isn't the last chapter in our books, though. This isn't the end of our journey. Maybe that's why the true meaning of commencement is a beginning. I challenge the class of 2022 to view today not as an end, but like the definition says, a beginning of a new chapter in our lives. I think I'm at that point in this speech now, where if I go any longer, Wheeler might come up here and tackle me. So I'd like to end with a quick quote from Winston Churchill. Now, this is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning. Thank you. I now have the honor to introduce Principal O'Neill.
Good evening, graduates, class of 2022. proud parents, family members, and friends. Please allow me to begin by wishing our graduates, on behalf of myself and the Steinert High School staff, the most sincere and heartfelt congratulations on this most significant occasion. Since walking through the doors of Steinert High School, I have been struck by the overpowering sense of community, tradition, and Steinert pride that envelops this collective Hamilton community. As a class, you so well represent our school's value of being determined. Your high school experience has been anything but typical, and you've not let it slow you down for even a moment. You have an incredible ability to come together and use your collective voice to advocate for things that are important to you and speak up for what you believe in. When I think about your legacy as a class of now Steinert alumni, I think we will continue to be impressed not only by your endless academic, athletic, musical, theatrical, and service-based accomplishments, but by your ability to be resilient and achieve all of this within the frame of absolutely unprecedented challenges that the pandemic brought to your high school experience. While you may not yet be able to see it in hindsight, this has ignited a drive in all of you to overcome setbacks and disappointments, and it will carry you and shape you in your next chapter beyond high school. Class of 2022, you have this power not only in yourself, but in the bonds that you've built within your community. This community is at Steinert, but it started earlier, at Reynolds, Grice, Crockett, and for some of you even farther back to things like Mommy and Me classes or your fathers playing baseball together while they were Steinert students. You are a Hamiltonian, and you are privileged to live in a community that so deeply cares for its own. As you close this chapter today, there are some people that you will lose touch with, and that's okay. But I promise you that there will always be people here in this community when you really need them. I want to challenge you to move forward with this resounding gift of your collective resiliency, and to not be tempted to celebrate each other only from the sidelines. I want to challenge you to continue forward as a community of individuals. I want you to commit to celebrating each other proudly and loudly at each milestone that you will reach in your subsequent chapters. You have already done some of the hardest work in the most challenging circumstances, and you can do anything else you set your mind to. Congratulations, class of 2022. Dr. Altobello, will you please join me? Dr. Altobello, Director of Secondary Education, I certify that these 379 students have met or exceeded the graduation requirements established by our district and state. Therefore, I proudly present to you the graduating class of 2022.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for allowing me to be here tonight with you. On behalf of the Hamilton Township Board of Education and Dr. Scott Rocco, the superintendent, I would like to congratulate the graduating class of 2022. I am humbled and I am honored to celebrate this accomplishment with all of you. And I wish each of you great success in all of your future endeavors. Before I move forward with my speech, I would like to ask the graduating class to join me in a round of applause to show the appreciation for all of your friends and family who are here today that have helped to get you to this point. In addition, I would ask the graduating class to join me in a round of applause for all of the Steinert staff members who are here, who have helped you get to this point. Each and every person in here in some way, somehow, has helped you in achieving this goal. So thank you. There is a quote that I would like to share with you today, and I ask that you listen closely to these words. And if you take nothing away from my speech tonight, I implore you to remember these words and use them as a guide in your future. Annan, a Greek philosopher, once said, "Anyone in the world can follow a leader, but few in the world can lead the followers." I challenge each of you to always choose to lead, never choose to follow. In life, we are not defined by the circumstances that we face. We are defined by how we face our circumstances. When confronted with a problem or a difficult issue, do not allow it to discourage you. Embrace it as an opportunity to become a better person. Dwelling on problems will not solve them. There will always be an issue, always be a setback, a challenge to overcome. Face them head on. Turn them into opportunities to become great. Greatness is achieved by not letting others define you. It is achieved by challenging norms, being willing to take risks, and always believing in yourself. You control your destiny, no one else. So as you leave today, proud graduates of Steinert High School, go out into the world and change it. Chase your dreams and take your place as leaders of the next generation. Again, I thank you for allowing me to be here today with you. And I know I speak for everyone here when I say congratulations. We are proud of you, and we wish you the best in all that you do. Mr. Gonzales, please join me. Mr. Gonzales, on behalf of Dr. Rocco, I would like to certify that all of the students here have met or exceeded the graduation requirements. I present to you the class of 2022.
Steinert, class of 2022, congratulations. Graduating high school is something worth celebrating. You will have a lot of conversations today and the days to come about what you have accomplished and what you aspire to do in your future: college, university, the workforce, trade school, military. Thank you for your service. I find the questions people are asking in these conversations interesting. Their questions speak to what they value. Let me give you some examples. The most common questions you will likely be asked in this season of life are: what school are you going to? What are you going to study when you get there? What are you going to do for a living? And these are valuable questions. They point towards professional success. But families, there are more important questions to ask these young graduates, like, what are you going to do to sustain the relationships you've made over your time in high school? Graduates, ask your friends this summer, what can we do in order to beat the odds and actually stay friends for life, like we wrote in each other's yearbooks? These types of questions get at something deeper. Friendships are better investments than stocks or cryptocurrencies. They are not impacted by global markets or inflation. Lasting, deep, genuine relationships are what we long for, what sustain our souls. This is common knowledge, yet many people do not live as if it is true. In that, they work very hard and put their creative energy toward their career and crafting the best retirement portfolio, but not unintentionally loving the people around them, as if lasting deep relationships just happen. It is an unfortunate reality. When you leave high school, maintaining these friendships you've made during high school is going to be a lot more difficult. This is something those in the stands have already learned. Your lives will change, people will move away, you will have a lot more responsibilities demanding of your attention. You will have to put in real effort. You cannot trust in relationships of convenience. You must be proactive and intentional. In order to be proactive, you have to think strategically. It is impossible to be proactive without a strategy by the very definition of the word. It means putting a system or tradition in place to protect those key relationships, which leads to another important question. Which relationships will you prioritize? You cannot do this for everyone. Even the relationships you choose to protect is a tactical decision. I've seen a lot of different strategies to this end. My oldest sister decided to protect our relationship when she moved away for college. I was a young child and she told me, Liam, you have to talk to me every day on the phone. And I said, every day? How long? 7 minutes. So, as a child, I did that every day. I talked to her on the phone for 7 minutes. I'd look at the phone, check the clock. 7 minutes come, okay, love you, bye, and hang up. How annoying, daily, for years, she would be hung up on by a small child. But she made a strategic decision to protect our relationship. I cannot express to you today how thankful I am for the system she put in place all those years ago. My friends in high school knew this. So now we go on wilderness adventures every summer. Before the adventures even start, there's a planning process that is real work. But we do it together. The trips themselves are physically demanding and kind of dangerous. But the stories are glorious. And our relationships, most importantly, thrive. Over a decade past high school. We design trips that are exciting for us. You have to create a plan that works for you. I cannot tell you what strategy, systems, or traditions you and your people should put in place, but I can ask you a question. When you look back on your relatively young lives, what is most important to you? Your GPA, your varsity letters, your car, or the relationships you have with the people you love, your friends and your family? Let that guide you. At this time, I would like to call forward the senior class president, Tyler, man, I heard his name so many times. Constant, I'm sorry. Please come forward. This diploma is symbolic of all the diplomas given to the graduates.
All class officers are to move to the left and line up to receive your diploma. It is my honor to present the diplomas to the class officers. Respectively, Vice President Lauren Schultz. Treasurer Emma York. Valedictorian and Secretary Madeline Couch. Salutatorian Jasmine Ibn-Lasad. SGA President John Weeks. And Student Board Representative Emma Barnhart. We will now read the names of all our seniors and award them their diplomas. Dominic Lobato. Sean J. Adderley. Stephen Alay-Garami. Mark Alexich. Ariana Nancy Allen. Matthew Russell Ansello. Umpo David Anderson. Emily Andrushevitz. Justin Angarone. Trevor James Anson. Santo Antonelis. Harrison T. Eckert. Robert A. Arnold. Sarah Adele Barada. Olivia P. Baggett. Evan James Baldwin. Christian Patrick Barbado. Samuel Valen Barr. Erica I. Barrios. Cameron Pierce. Vaughn James Melford. Madison Bendis. Abigail Barish. Amber Walensky. Amira Bint Kelly. Skylar R. Bird. Kimberly Blanco. Virgil F. Barney. Jessica M. Boone. Catherine Brady. Ariel Josue Bravo. Evan Bresler. Dylan Brett. Lydia Breza. Raekwon Brooks. Richard Brooks. Sarah Brown. Katie Berger. Giovanni Calderon. Ryan Callahan. Karim Kamara. Ethan T. Carter. Aris Seedy. Brandon Chacon.
Christopher Charles. Sebastian Sherry. Michael Chiarello. Ivan Chow. Isabella M. Safeli. Michael J. Comfort. Shay Connor Bald. Kaylee A. Connor. JC Lene Conover. Danielle C. Conti. Joseph Conti. Thomas Conti. Camilla V. Cortez Sanchez. Mason D. Cromwell. Jairee Crowell. Demario Lewis Cruz. Owen R. Delia. Lorenzo P. Dorico. Norris De La Cruz Laura. Cassidy M. Dietz. Jack C. Dempsey. Nina Catherine Dente. Tyler DeWitt. Anthony Diaforli. Anthony DiNatale. Joseph DiNatale. Odian Denal Jr. Kaylee Ann Dixon. Vincent C. DeBringa. Evan Dong. Higgins Dorse. Jaden Marquise Dowling. John Duffy. Ella A. Dunn. Kyle Duverger. Matthew Ryan Dubeck. Christopher Kyle Nodland. Peyton A. Nolan. Caitlin Eves. Shanene N. Akenzio. Miriam Algendi. Elena Elliott. Vanessa Marie Engel. Nicholas Dylan Epps.
Catherine Arazo. Denise España Hernandez. Salvatore Famulero. Angelina Nicole Pantozo. Camilla Fazio. Olivia Maria Fejo. Christopher Feinstein. Alexander Ferrara. Emma Ferrara. Emma Ferreira. Sean Lawrence Fessler. Raggy U. Figueroa. Johnny M. Figueroa. Kyan W. Filipponi. Sean Michael Finnegan. Sean Flesh. Sebastian Florial. Drew W. Foden. Mason Taylor Fountain. Sean M. Cora. Jerome Nicholas Giangrassa. Brian Matthew Fox. Nicholas Allen Fernesevich. Jordan Frieda. David J. Furch III. Edgar Jose David Gabriel Lopez. Nicholas Gabrishvili. Gianni Garcia. Aiden T. Gardner. Emmanuel Gerard Gatson. Nicholas Matthew Gervosa. Jace Pittsburgh Gilliam. Joseph A. Giori. Leonardo P. Girandola. Anatoly Michael Gischler. Gabriella S. Gustosi. Erica Glagowski. Timothy Glagowski Jr. Joseph Gamitter Jr. Gemma Louise Goldenbaum. Julian Adam Golick. Ayana Angela Gonzales. Jemiah Green.
Augustino N. Germanis. Yoemi Rivera. Holly Marion Haddock. Colin Hannafy. Vincent N. Hart. Alexia L. Hasselberger. Marissa N. Hassan. LeVar Alexander Hales. Aurelie Hernandez Mary. Mary Higgins. Christina J. Howard. Chase Brady Iorio. Shamari Deshawn Kevin Isaac. Jason James. Kaylee Jacquez. Heather R. Janetti. Luisin Jimenez Rodriguez. Dubel Jermaine Johnson. Dasani Johnson. Emma Johnson. Harrison Johnson. Jada Johnson. Jaden Johnson. Asani Angela Jones. Caitlin Alma Jones. Princea Jones. Jason E. Joseph. Jenna Marie Kowalski. Nisa Kalatarin. Morgan Kaplan. Alexandra Cajun. Madeline Elise Hendrick. Mackenzie Ann Kerwick. Lance Kerwin. Poema Khan. Christopher J. Kilday. Zachary A. Kinzel. Valerie N. King. Stacy M. Kinnanen. Ayumi T. Kinoshita.
Emma Clegg Cordero. Joshua D. Kozuski. Luke Coachella. Kyle Kopchinsky. Matthew Kranicka. Tyrone G. John M. Morgan. Brielle Jennifer Lattery. John M. Larkin. Brielle Jennifer Lattery. James Andrew Lennon. Tyler C. Long. Gabriel Lopez. Sonny Lopez. Salvatore Gabriel Lopresti. Ariano Jane Hugo. Theodore P. Lerman. Liam A. MacDonald. Michaela M. Marcinkiewicz. Andy Marin Potato. Megan Maripon. Jacob A. Martin. Carmi Teresa Martucci. Samantha Rose Moreski. Olivia Matacones. Thomas J. McCarty III. Riley Page McCormick. Sabia McFarland. Zachary Michael McCrory. Emily McMahon. Conrad McMillan. Julia Elizabeth Adele. Christopher Marin. Bruno Muriel. Logan Mercer. Jake Bowles. Alyssa Nicole Narkin. Anthony J. Merrill. Jordan B. Navarro. Jared Owen Neary.
Christopher Kyle Nodland. Peyton A. Nolan. Emma M. O'Brien. Olivia G. Oberschmidt. Camilla Obika. Thomas Joseph Omatek. Tina Osua. Nicholas Carmine Pacheco. Michael C. Papuz Jr. Joshua V. Paredes. Victoria Parker. Devarshi Prabhakush Kumar Patel. Dia K. Patel. Dia V. Patel. Catherine Paul. Tajane Diane May Hendrick. Timothy Peebles. Jendel Armani Peralta. Annabella Perez. Brianna Marie Perez. Alexander T. Peroni. Virendra Prasad. Thomas J. Peters. Alexandria V. Petrullo. Gwyneth Bath. Deanna Pham. Andrew William Filburn. Christopher Ashton Filburn. Celiana Annette Petrie. Flavio Pacino. Dylan Pope. Kaylee J. Powers. Lawrence O. Prince III. Rodney Prophet. Woodvin's Prophet. Patrick J. Quinn. Amelia Abreu Quinones. Andrew A. Quinones. Francis Daniel Rafferty. Nesia M. Ramos. Connor Ranieri. Ahmed O. Rasuli. Carly Rose Rawlins. Nicholas M. Resigliano. Nolan Patrick Rido.
Aaron G. Rios. Angelise Jacqueline Ruscacci. Mackenzie Reitzenberg. Delilah Rivera. Noah R. Rivera. Tamika Robert. Bobby Charles Roberts. Carl Sebastian Fabris Rodney. Eleni Rodriguez Vargas. Alexander David Rodriguez. Alina Marie Rodriguez. Angel D. Rodriguez. Kiara C. Rodriguez. Dubin Ruiz. Brigida Laura Garcia. Camilla Angeles Salazar. Joseph R. Salzano. Michaela E. Sanchez. Kimberly Sandoval Urla. Sophia Cristina Santiago. Hector Manuel Santos Gutierrez. Vanessa Lynn Sharabone. Eric Brian Schemmer. Meredith Renee Schroeder. Gloria Francis Schultz. Nicholas F. Schwing. Jake R. Seals. Arian Shaw. Christina Louise Sheehan. Nyama Benetu Sharon. Monica Simmons. Marissa Jean Scully. Nicole Slajuska. Jerome Smith. Madeline Elizabeth Smith. Daniel R. St. John. David P. St. John. Cheyenne Catherine Starr. Leanna M. Starr. Brianna Nicole Steffen. Ryan Joseph Sinclairis. Daniel R. Stearns. Ayana A. Stetson. Jakai Isaiah Stokes.
Michael F. Stromberg. Saul Yusuf Solomon. Colin T. Swikonic. Francis J. Spikowski IV. Brea M. Tadero. Juan Toledo Abad. Janelia Torres. Matthew A. Town. James Michael Trent. Emma Rain Talata. Allison Vargas. Matthew Vernon. Morelos Villegas. Justina Lava. Matthew Vincent. Justina Lava. Elijah Amir Wallace. Alyssa A. Walsh. Matthew Walter. Owen Weber. Caitlin Alyssa Wisen. Kendall Welsh.
Catherine Berger, Shay Connor-Cole, Nina Dente, Nicholas Epps, Jemiah Green, Emma Johnson, Jordan Nevada, and Gloria Schultz. To the podium, we will sing our Alma Mater, accompanied by the Steinert High School Class of 22 Sax Quintet, under the direction of Mr. John Kelly. Please stand. Of 2022, please remain standing. Now everyone, please turn your tassel from right to left. I now present to you the Steinert High School class of 2022.